Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Janet.
Good morning, Dr. Bati. You know how to ginger my morning. My morning tonic. Good morning.
Good morning, Oji.
Ayo, how are you this morning? Rufy on fire. Good morning.
Oji.
Perfect. Well, all right. Good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending here in Lagos, where the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, officially launched the historic Red Rail Line train service full commercial operations. Sanwo-Olu said the Red Line is designed to carry 500,000 passengers daily at full capacity and will significantly improve commuting in the state. The governor encouraged residents to have their Cowry Cards ready for boarding and boarded the train at around 5 p.m. along with other passengers. Let's take a look.
So, as you can see, it's been an outstanding experience. It's an experience that we believe will help solve public transportation issues in Lagos. It's an experience that we believe will reduce journey time for our citizens. It's an experience that we believe will ease connectivity.
This is Lagos, yeah, home of king and queens, seated and never sleeps, life of man a dream. We will keep on rising, keep on shining, keep on moving to the top. We know we stop.
All right, Ayo, over to you, Mr. Infrastructure has done it again.
Yes.
I mean, it's fantastic to see that you guys have this beautiful infrastructure for commuting in Lagos State.
So allow me to brag.
Yes, go
the
ahead.
center of excellence. And you know, I have the Ogun indigenes to my left and my right-hand side.
The gateway to you lead, others follow. Yeah.
Obviously, we lead and others follow. But
Right.
truthfully, I mean, he's been called Mr. Infrastructure, he's been called Mr. Sellable, he's been called Mr. Blue Line, Red Line. And it's just great to see the completion of a promise made. Oftentimes when we talk about politicians saying that they're going to do something or the other, we usually track and sometimes they're not able to meet up with the promises. Well, we've seen, at least under this administration, when it comes to the first T of his Themes Plus agenda in terms of transportation in Lagos State, he's worked really hard to ensure that he brings it to fruition. So congratulations to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He has done well. And we have where he's done well, we give him the kudos for that. This inaugural trip was from Oyingbo to Agbado. That's a long stretch. Now, we know how much traffic in Lagos State has impacted on productivity, time, health of its citizens, and of course, residents of Lagos State. So it's great to see that there are efforts being made. But this is also a call to say that, you know, the reward for good work is what? More work. So as he's done this train line, the other, we have to look at cargo, movement of not just persons, but goods as well. And then also other alternative modes of transportation to further ease. I have to say that even with waterway transportation, he has done very well with LASWA. I've talked about that. I've talked about the GM of LASWA, Dami Emmanuel, the revolution they've done there, how they've been able to make it smoother and safer to go on our waterway. So kudos to him. Today,
Absolutely.
I'm giving him his flowers.
Fantastic.
Well done. Congratulations.
Everything for a better Lagos. Fantastic.
Sanwo-Olu.
Fantastic. Mr. Sellable. Well, all right. We'll take another story. There are implications. We'll take another story. Following the lawsuit filed by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, and his son, musician Falz, against social media influencer, Very Dark Man, the Lagos High Court in Ikeja on Tuesday ordered the influencer to bring down the defamatory video and comments published on September 24th and also restrained him from further releasing, publishing and circulating any defamatory videos and comments against the senior advocate and his son, pending the hearing of the suit. The Falanas had taken Very Dark Man to court in separate suit, claiming 500 million naira each as damages over the video he posted, alleging that they collected 10 million naira from Bobrisky to secure a presidential pardon. While in their suits, the father and son submitted that Very Dark Man knew that all his comments were unverified and not true, yet he proceeded to publish the same to injure their reputation recklessly. Dr. Bati, over to you.
Okay, very quickly. on September 24, that was the day Martin Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, put out those statements linking Bobrisky with Falz and his father, Femi Falana, SAN. Now, both parties have since denied that they have any contact in any way with Bobrisky, either trying to help him to get, pardon at the federal level, or even promising to give him money, or in fact, promising to do anything with him. Now, the Very Dark Man, when he appeared before the House of Representatives Investigating Committee, apologized to Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, saying that he didn't mean to offend Mr. Falana. And he was saying he still had more videos. Now, what Mr. Falana said when he appeared on Channel's television in an interview was that, well, because he's a defender of free speech, he will not take criminal action against him, but that civil action can be taken against him. And this is what we have seen in this case. The Falana family has approached the court of Justice Odu in Lagos to seek what is called preemptive remedies to prevent the Very Dark Man, as is otherwise known, from continued defamation. And Justice Odu said the publication of those materials were injurious to the reputation of Falz and Femi Falana, SAN, and that these preemptive remedies have been granted within a period of 21 days. That after 21 days, it would lapse. It's called the pre-action notice, pre-action bundles, originating summons, and court processes, which Justice Odu also said should be served on Very Dark Man, Martin Ose, through substituted service, honest lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, Esquire. And all of this to be done within 21 days. And within 14 days for Very Dark Man, Martin Ose, as is known, to remove all the defamatory materials from wherever he may have published them, specifically on social media. So it's now in the court of the Very Dark Man and his lawyer to make sure that the ruling of the court is obeyed. And it is also within the province of Falz and Femi Falana, SAN, the father, to say that, look, we think our reputation has been damaged, and Femi Falana has made it clear he has built this reputation over the years. Not for some people saying they are social critic, concerned social media activists trying to ruin that reputation.
Absolutely.
So this is where we are in this matter, and we hope that Martin Ose, who has already apologized, to Mr. Falana, what the court is saying, take action to say that there was no malice involved and you will regret your action. Absolutely. And after that, Mr. Falana, who is a leading free speech activist, may then fulfill his decision not to take any civil action.
Well said, Dr. Abati. We'll take another story. The family of Pastor Shingu Wigwe, father to the late Herbert Wigu, who died in a helicopter crash in the United States on February 10th, released a statement on Tuesday to address a recent article titled "Family Dispute Erupts Over Estate of Late Banking Executive Herbert Wigu," published on October 13th, 2024. Emeka Wigwe, brother to the late banking executive, in the statement said that the article has unfortunately spread widely across social and national media. Well, to debunk the report, Emeka stated that at no point has his father, Pastor Shingu Wigwe, requested 20% of the estate of the late Herbert Wigu. Neither has there been any such request by other family members, adding that the article's claim that the 20% demand contradicts Herbert's will is entirely false and misleading. The facts regarding the estate are already publicly available in the probate registry where an affidavit clearly outlines the correct details. I mean, this is the danger in fake news. We did see that story all across social media that Pastor Shingu Wigwe had requested 20% of Herbert Wigu's estate. It's good that Emeka has come out here to debunk that report. There was also the report that, they said that he was arrested. He's absolutely free. I spoke to him this morning, and, the family should be left to mourn and grieve. I mean, this is just in February, and we are seeing this report. These architects of fake news are unbelievable.
Yeah, I think it's important that the Wigwe family has provided this clarification. And the most important paragraph in that statement by Emeka Iwigwe is the fact that the family is committed to sustaining the legacy of Herbert Wigwe, a man who contributed a lot in his lifetime to banking, to sports, to education, to developments in society. It must be very embarrassing that anybody will even say, that his family are asking for 20%. Now, Mr. Wigwe says there is an affidavit at the probate registry that is available to the public. There will be some people who will go and check. Now, the issue is the family asking for 20%? They say that's not true. Is the family asking for guardianship of his surviving children? Even if that is the case, the suspicion will be that, look, this is like trying to gain access to what he left behind for his children through the back door. The other part of it is that he has a child that is over 25 years. I think when they were doing the burial, there was a daughter that showed up who was already of mature age.
Yes, totally.
Now, okay, so the lady should be able to look after her father's estate.
Right.
So I know it's very embarrassing for the family, but the family should not, allow anybody, including online in-laws and relatives who have put their mouth on this matter. If your family matter gets onto social media, all kinds of online in-laws who have no job to do, they will start putting their mouth. Right. So the step that they have taken is important. Right. And we hope that Access Bank also, which is the main institution that Wigwe was involved in, will also try to defend the interest of the children.
And the family. Well said. Well, Rufai, the story is for you. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Tuesday said the journalist arrested at Urban Radio 94.5 FM Enugu was allegedly involved in a 700 million naira Ponzi scheme. In a statement, the anti-graft agency said Favor Echo, a presenter with Urban Radio, was traced to the station over the alleged fraud. The management of the station had accused EFCC operatives of barging into the station during a live program to arrest its presenters. Urban Radio said operatives also seized some communication equipment without disclosing reason for their action or reacting to the news. Dele Oyewale, EFCC spokesperson, said Echo was not arrested while on air, adding that the agency did not disrupt lawful activities at the station. But, Rufai, we do have a little voice note. If we can just play that up really quickly for our viewers to hear that the EFCC actually did barge in.
FCC is just doing their work. Because politics is about doing everything to do your opponent.
What's going on?
Are you hearing me?
Hello? Banky? What's going on? We're off air. What's going on? I'm on a program and you're in the studio. Yes. Can I finish with my program?
No.
I have to finish.
No, you can't. You don't have that time.
I'm on air.
I afford them that respect. You have a petition to answer towards you.
I have. No, we are on air.
Well, all right, Rufai. I mean, you could see that her program was disrupted, but the EFCC released a statement as well saying that they do hold the media in high esteem. It was because there was some sort of, barricade.
No, they don't.
They don't hold the media. Okay, go ahead.
And for the likes of Wilson Owujare and the other media comms people in the EFCC, you guys should watch it. Because when you need the help of the media is always there to hear all sides. This is totally condemnable, Oji. Yeah. And I know this story so well because I worked in radio for many, many years. I still work in radio till date. You see, there are things they call life appearances. a client comes, a company, they're advertising, whatever it is, they come. You book the live appearance, they pay for it, you do it. It doesn't mean you have any relation with the company. Some, you are doing your show, the marketer brings the job. You just interview them. You make your show smooth, and you keep it moving. EFCC is now claiming that since they couldn't get the company, the only person that they saw tied to them was this radio presenter. It might not be the person's fault. And you now came in, you barged in. The EFCC conflicting report is saying, oh, they put a barricade and all of that. But there are evidence you barged in on there.
They said they had an arrest warrant.
They had but you came in live on air. You had an arrest warrant because this was the only person that they said, oh, when they did the interview on air, had something to do with the company because you can't find the company. So at first, you went against the person's right in the first place. And I'm speaking for most radio presenters all over the country because we get these live appearances. And you see, people have told us, verify. How many can you verify? You are struggling with revenue. Most of these monies are below the line money, 50, 100K for live appearance. You have to buy diesel money. You are struggling for revenue and all of that. How are you supposed to know? Look at crypto, for instance. At a point, crypto was banned. You couldn't do crypto live engagements. But today, crypto is everything. So these laws are constantly evolving. Then the next thing, the EFCC, I mean, why couldn't you have waited, interface with the management of the station, call that over for questioning?
That's what they claim that they did.
And the next thing, you came live on air, and they are recorded evidence. It's not fair, and that's why I don't think. And please, people in the EFCC that you also know this is our media job, you should do better. Because when some people are doing blackmail against the EFCC, it is us, the media, you come to talk to, and we help you.
All right.
Can I just say, just also to say that this is also an opportunity to say that when also you stand as an influencer or you as a spokesperson, a brand spokesperson for an organization, because I've also seen this play out with media people, and you don't do the due diligence of finding out whether or not it's a Ponzi scheme, but just take the money that's been offered and gotten, you can also get into trouble. So we don't know the details of what really transpired, but the truth is that many things. It could be that she was just interviewing the company. It could be that she was a spokesperson and urged people via her medium, that's the radio, to invest because she was paid, given an incentive to act as a brand spokesperson or ambassador. So it's important. I've seen this happen. I think it was Worry Picky, this comedian online who also fell into that trap. One company that she was influencing for, then later on it was revealed that they were fraudulent, and a lot of people almost destroyed her reputation because she was telling her followers to invest, and she had to come out to say that she was not aware that this was what was going on and she had no hands in it. So just to say that also as media personalities, do your due diligence before speaking up for an organization or endorsing a scheme. Make sure that it's not a Ponzi scheme. Just to mention that.
Okay, just to be clear, we don't know the full facts of the case.
Absolutely not.
So we can only go by the statement that has been put out by the EFCC, Dele Oyewale spokesperson, EFCC. He didn't say the woman, the reporter granted an interview and all that. There's no such thing in that statement. He just said it was involved with this Ponzi scheme operation, collected 700 million from people. The place had an office, then they shut down. People lost their investment. And that was what she was being investigated for. Number two, the statement says, look, they tried to go there with an arrest warrant, but that there was an obstruction.
Yeah.
And that it is unacceptable for anybody to resist arrest or to block law enforcement agencies for doing their job. That in itself is an offense. And then the statement ended by saying the lady eventually was taken away. She's written a statement. So EFCC has the authority to investigate, to invite people. We do not know the outcome of this investigation. And we can only say that the EFCC must be fair. The other two persons that have been arrested, they are persons they alleged were obstructing service. They were obstruction operation. So those ones are also guilty. And the paragraph ended, I think, on a sensible note to say that the EFCC respects the media and that they will not do anything, to go against the media in terms of its operation. And I think that is something they should hold to heart because after all, we're supposed to work hand in hand with the security agencies for the good governance and progress and stability of Nigeria. We're not supposed to be enemies.
Right.
As chairman of Arise Media Group, Nduka Obagbena pointed out at a recent public lecture in Makurdi. That is the point.
There's also Nigerian Union of Journalists also commented. There's a side that Nigerian Union of Journalists enunciated in the statement. If I get the statement, I'll be able to read it out for you.
Okay, so go ahead. We will follow up. Go ahead. We will follow up on this story. We'll take another story. The Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, caused a frenzy on social media after she shared a video vowing to deal with a man who allegedly defiled 2 sisters aged 3 and 8 years old. In the video, Kennedy expressed disgust that an elderly man will take advantage of the minors and defile them. She also gave cash money to the mother of the girls to buy an attire. Let's take a look.
Imagine a small girl like this being raped by a matured man with her younger sister, 3-year-old. Why is it done? 3-year-old and this year 8 years plus, being raped 3 times. I will teach this man a lesson. When I finish with him, I'll bring him out to Nigeria. Nigerians will finish the remaining one. Because now Nigerians, you people are doing well. As I am now, each time I call you people, you come out. Each time something happens, you push it to me. And when I come out to fight, you join me. This money I'm giving you is I promised my daughter clothes with shoe. It's not much money. Go and do it for her. But it cannot be on that day again because we want to come. Maybe after we open my door, Mom will take her and go and get her all those small things with her couple. She said she wants to couple. So that is all this money is for. Within a few days, you will see the action. Wipe your tears. My darling sister, wipe your tears. Sorry.
All right, Ayo, really quickly, I mean, this woman has been doing the Lord's work. It's good to see that she's out there advocating for young people and, going against those sexual predators. I mean, but that video really, I don't know if it was necessary. I mean, also about the cash display and the offer for the young girl. I mean, I thought that was exploitative at the most.
All right, so hate her or love her, the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs has been in the news and in many instances for good reason. So here she did a big show of the young girl. I thought maybe it wasn't, the girl kept trying to look back and thankfully she didn't reveal her face fully.
I thought that was it.
Yes, but she shouldn't have even been there. I thought even having to hear that, it's too traumatic for a young girl like that. I want to believe that the intentions of the Honorable Minister was good in terms of, saying that the perpetrator will face the full wrath of the law. We've talked about defilement, it's under the Criminal Code Act, and anyone who has unlawful carnal knowledge of a minor under 13 is guilty of a felony and is liable to up to life imprisonment. What she can do better, especially considering her position as a policymaker, is to ensure that we are able to protect young girls like this. Not just make a show of one incident, but use it as an example to push for stricter laws against perpetrators of defilement, to be able to ensure that she uses the full force of her office to bring the man to book and to protect the girls amongst other girls. Too many girls and boys are suffering, are victims of defilement in Nigeria. So it's a good thing that she's trying to throw more light, but I think maybe more sensitivity would have been more important. I think that would have been important.
Nail on the head. More sensitivity would have been important. And we must protect our children at all costs.
At the time we're talking about the special day of the girl child.
That was unfortunate.
This is a full demonstration of the kind of challenges that the girl child in Nigeria faces. Some devilish uncle that calls himself a neighbor, defiling other people's children.
Yes, we must follow up on that story. Well, kudos to Uju Kennedy Ohaneye for her work against those criminal activities. Well, we'll take another story. Supporters of Seyi Tinubu, son of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, marked his birthday on Monday, October 13th, in a unique way and charitable way by distributing packed food items to those in need. Well, photos of rice packaged in his name made the rounds on social media. Well, meanwhile, Nigerians on social media have vowed to continue referring to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as T-Pain if his administration fails to address the glaring hardship in the country. Well, an AI-generated picture of a drug labeled T-Pain, which is meant to be used for weight loss, has since gone viral on social media. Just a little comic relief here, but you did see that. I mean,
Nigerians, you don't have respect.
They don't have respect for the president, but I thought it was just a little comic relief. Yeah. We have seen that. We don't want any weight loss pills, please. We want the government.
We want of the weight you have lost.
No, I'm not lost any weight yet. Not yet. It's not a result of that pill. It's not a result of that pill. Well, all right. I thought that was a funny video, a funny picture. Well, before we end What's Trending today, let's highlight what young Nigerians are doing to revolutionize the agricultural sector through technology in our Good News Report. Well, as Nigeria struggles with food insecurity, young Nigerians and startups are seeking to revolutionize the agricultural sector through technology. In Kaduna State, a young Nigerian, Shaham Saduddin Jubril, invented a drone that can detect crop diseases through Vora Robotics, a technological company aiming to achieve sustainable drone production, which he co-founded. Agricultural challenges in Nigeria are being tackled with his locally manufactured drones. From precision spraying to plant health monitoring, Jubril is pushing the boundaries of what is possible in agri-tech.
We use local available material to develop it in order to be cost effective. This is our manufactured local drone that we did. Our main focus is the agriculture. We are trying to see how we can bring the solutions to them and also to help them to detect diseases in their farm. On that app, it will show you the symptom of that and the treatment that you should do for that farm. And also it will tell you how the chemical you're supposed to use. Maybe, there's different type of chemical, acid defesticide or for the gas or insecticide for the insect.
Well, all right. Congratulations to Jubril. We always have to highlight what our good people are doing in Nigeria. I wish we had more time.
That should be on the national honors list.
Diamonds in Nigeria. Well, I'd like to thank you for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.